Gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
I rise today to talk about two issues of great importance to veterans in Colorado and throughout the Rocky Mountain West. First, I want to talk about the new standalone hospital, U.S. Department of VA Replacement Medical Center in Aurora, Colorado. This hospital has been one of my top priorities for 7 years when I arrived in Congress. This hospital has been promised to our veterans for nearly 15 to almost 20 years. The project has gone through a number of iterations over the years under 2 presidents and 4 secretaries of the VA. Once completed, this medical facility will serve hundreds of thousands of veterans across the Rocky Mountain West. The 182-bed facility will include a full range of medical, laboratory, research and counseling services, a 30-bed spinal cord injury unit, a 30-bed community living center, and a PTSD rehabilitation clinic. The hospital is well underway, but unfortunately the VA is involved in an ongoing contract dispute with the prime contractor, putting the cost and schedule for completing this project in jeopardy. At the heart of the dispute is the cost of the final design, which is leading to hundreds of change orders submitted to the VA by the contractor, with very few approved and paid. The original design called for an approximately $1.1 billion state-of-the-art medical center, but Congress authorized and appropriated $800 million for acquisition of approximately 40 acres of land and several buildings, as well as design and construction. The original design appears not to have significantly changed, and consequently a funding gap exists between the authorized amount for the contract and the overall cost of the project. This contract dispute will be heard next month by the U.S. Civilian Board of Contract Appeals. I am working constantly with the VA and other members of the Colorado Congressional Delegation to find solutions to improve the construction process of this medical center and finish the project. Unfortunately, it is becoming clear to me that the VA and Congress have underestimated the cost to build this facility, and in the coming months, our delegation will be asking for additional appropriations. I'm not happy about this, but we have promised this hospital to our veterans for more than a decade, and we must finish the facility. I want to thank Chairman Culberson and Ranking Member Bishop for continuing a dialogue with our delegation and the VA to ensure we will have the resources necessary to finish this hospital as quickly as possible. I also want to talk today about an important issue facing our veterans returning home. During the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, we saw a dramatic increase in traumatic brain injuries among our veterans. One of the common neurological disorders due to TBI is the development of epilepsy. Data from prior wars indicates that as many as 50% of the individuals experiencing penetrating brain trauma will develop epilepsy. Because of this increase, I worked with Senator Patty Murray and the Bush administration in 2008 to establish epilepsy centers of excellence within the VA Health Administration. These centers have done an excellent job in dealing with people in our veteran community who have developed seizure disorders. The VA currently has 16 centers across the country, creating a national network of facilities prepared to diagnose and treat veterans with epilepsies. These centers need to be fully funded. I ask that the committee continue to work with the VA to make sure that that funding for those 16 centers continues unabated. And with that, I yield back and thank the chairman for the time.
The gentleman yields back the balance.